Welcome back. Here's the Kovacs report. We're going to take a look at Ultimate Wolverine 8 by Chris Condon and Alessandro Cappuccio. So this book has been up and down. It hasn't been that good, hasn't been that bad. But I'm hoping now that Wolverine is no longer under the programming of the Winter Soldier and he's his good old bad Wolverine self. We're going to see some action. So I'm going to go through this book page by page. There will be spoilers. Please read the book first. Like the video if you like the video, and hit the subscribe button if you can. I'm really trying to grow this channel so I can make more of these videos. So let's get into it. So let's just point out the art in this book is exceptionally good, and it's what really holds it together. Because let's be honest, we've had 7 issues of mostly slow pace, a little bit boring, the same story told over and over again. So now we've got Wolverine. His claws are sharp. He's out of the Weapon X stroke, what do you call it? Winter Soldier brainwashing. Hopefully we're going to see some Wolverine action, right? That's what we're here for. Anyway, we start off as we did the last issue. It's getting a bit boring now with him questioning himself. Am I a monster? Am I worth more? Can I be something better than I was? I did lots of bad things, but that wasn't me. This is the real me. How do I go forward from here? And honestly, it's getting tiring. All right, let's just put a different record on. So he mentions this Ganosian ritual where they cover themselves in chalk. They go out into the desert or whatever, get high as a kite, and then they sort of approach themselves. They face themselves, get rid of those inner demons, which has been done before with Wolverine many times. This whole, spirit trials. He met Elektra, I think it was Elektra, the 2 wolves, So it's getting a bit tiresome, and this story is just dragging out. I mean, I still have no idea where it's really going. Anyway, Wolverine says, I'm back, and we get this iconic homage to, the gearing up, putting on the gloves, putting on the boots, the claws ready, and he's badass ready to rock. So, hey, we're going to get some Wolverine action, right? No. So we jump straight to this boat here, and the rest of his buddies, his newfound buddies, been reunited with, they're on their way to some kind of black ops underground facility where some fellow mutants are being held captive, and they're there to free them. So they get there, and the dialogue in this book as well is a bit cheesy. Like, he said, hey, Gambit, would you take care of the mines? And he says, don't mind if I do. Easy like Sunday morning menu. Whatever you say, magic hands. I mean, come on. What is wrong with the dialogue in this book? Anyway, they bust into this place and they get the gates down and they get to these sort of almost impenetrable doors, and they send Sprite in, and she phases through and she comes out absolutely horrified. She's seen something terrible, and Wolverine's like, get the door open, I'm ready to go. And we see these bodies everywhere, blood, guts, everything. There's been an absolute massacre. They're expecting some kind of resistance here, and they've met nothing. And this is what's happened to them. They're all dead. So there's something terrible in there, and they're going to find it. So Wolverine has a little sniff, and he's ready to go again, claws out, and they approach to find a very, very interesting character here. So this is Angel, and he's obviously been influenced by the Berserk armor from probably one of the greatest mangas of all time, because he looks cool. I mean, the costume design here is just incredible. It looks really, really amazing. Now you can see there's lots of these sort of little feathery, sharp, bladey things everywhere, sticking out of people in the walls, on the floor. So that's kind of one of his signature moves, is like, firing those at people. So he's killed everybody. He's one of these mutants that they've come there to free. But he's having an absolute mental breakdown here. He's like, I won't let you. I won't let you. He's just losing his absolute shit. And it's Warren Worthington, obviously, like I say, the Angel. Now, Wolverine's a little bit suspicious here. And he's like, are you sure we should try and save this guy? And they're like, well, we did it to you. You've done terrible things too, right? But like, we brought you back in. You've been deprogrammed. You're yourself now. So, you need to have a little bit of forgiveness. It's worth trying. So they approach, but of course he's lost his mind here. So he attacks them. I mean, Beast brutally gets one of those, I don't know what you call them, stilettos in the eye. She takes one in the neck. Everyone's going down. It's looking pretty dire. And then he rises up. He looks badass. He looks really, really cool. Now, the surprising thing here is we are seeing some brutal deaths here, some absolutely horrible deaths. People are getting sliced and diced, but they're censoring the swear words. So I know that's a little off peak of what we're talking about here, but it's a bit weird. Like we've got people being brutally murdered, but you can't put swear words in a comic. I don't know. Anyway, Wolverine charges. He tries to take him out in the leg. Everyone else jumps in, but it's no use. It's no use. So here's another interesting thing. I forget this character's name again because this book really, it's hard to hold your attention. He leaps up in the air to hammer him over the head, and next panel, he's actually standing on the floor, throwing the hammer up in this weird, twisted way. What happened there? It just takes you out of it. I'm expecting him to get hammered over the head. Next thing I know, he's getting uppercut. Anyway, they knock him out. They survey the damage. Again, Wolverine's still thinking maybe we should just end him. And they're like, no, we've got to accept him in. You know, we don't know what's happened to him. Maybe he's good and they've programmed him just like you. So it seems weird that Wolverine, after what he's just been through, wouldn't extend the same courtesy to a fellow mutant. So, death and destruction. And that's kind of it. And then we get this panel here where the doctor behind lots of this surgery and the nasty people who held Wolverine captive and made him the Winter Soldier for many years is chiming in to try and find out what's happening at this facility. And Wolverine sees her. She recognizes him as the Winter Soldier, and he smashes a telly because he's really angry and wants to go kill him. I'm just like, okay. You know, we had that little shock moment. We got a cool character design, but essentially nothing's happened. Again, it's just another issue where nothing really happens. I just don't know where it's going, you know. And I'm just honestly trying to stay on this book. I'm trying to stay on this book, but it's not giving me much more than the art. So I know I'm being negative, but honest opinions. This is my honest opinion. Someone else might absolutely love it and think it's incredible, and that's absolutely fine too. Because you know, it's Coke, Pepsi. Which one do you like? It's just preference. But I'm wanting more from this. You know, they've got Wolverine. I mean, who wouldn't kill for a chance to write Wolverine, you know? So why not give it the absolute best, you know, because he's the best there is at what he does. So shouldn't we be getting the best writers, the best creative teams on these books, especially when they're supposed to be big, huge selling books like an Ultimate book? So there we go. Shaky dialogue, some good, interesting scenes with the murder. And then we've got this amazingly drawn and amazingly character designed Angel here, which I think will be a nice addition. Now, I'm going to assume that some of these X-Men bit the dust and are actually dead. I'm not sure because it doesn't make it very clear who's actually alive and who's not at the end. But there we go. I'm going to leave with this beautiful page here. Which looks amazing, and hopefully you'll have some thoughts to share too. So like I always say, like the video if you like the video, and please do hit subscribe. I'd love to be able to grow the channel and make more videos. So take care, and we'll see you hopefully in the next one.